friends, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're doing a project plan update for September, which of course, per usual, I cannot believe it's September. If you're like me, like if you're in your mid-20s or even like older than that, if you like don't have kids yet, but you're not in school anymore, you'll understand the idea of like September being back to school, but you're not going back to school. So it's just like, something's supposed to be happening, but nothing's happening. Why isn't anything happening? You know? But I actually coach a college club sport, so it is back to school for me because practices start again. Anyways, let's get into the project plan update for September. So obviously, if you watched my last video, which I highly recommend, July was a really amazing month for me, and I kind of said that I didn't think August was going to be as good, which I was right, but like, what can be as good? You know, like it was such a good month for me that there was nothing that was going to compete with July, like finishing half my products in a month. I did finish a product though, so still something, and I got some good usage. So let's just get through all of the different products. Okay, so of course to begin, we have my Loc Tati shadow stick, and I used this a total of 26 times this past month. I'll show you. So this is what it's looking like. My goal is to get down to the heart. I'm at the T. Pretty good usage. I use it every single day. Yeah, enjoying it, getting it down. I am cautiously optimistic I'll be able to finish this by December, like get to my goal, but we shall see. Alrighty, and next is my Ciate translucent setting powder. So I use this a total of 23 times in August, and actually I've been using this more than I typically do because, as I've said in previous videos, I usually only use it under my eyes to set my concealer, but I've actually been setting like kind of this area of my face and a little bit on my chin and a little bit on my forehead. My skin hasn't been super dry because it's been hot out, obviously August, so I have been getting away with using more of it, but it's helping me use the product up faster, so I did get a good amount of usage through this past month. I am not as cautiously optimistic as finishing this one up from the end of the year, but in general, I do have good progress on it, and it feels nice to actually be getting through a powder because I have too many powders and I've had this one for a long time. So I do like this. It's very finely milled. It works really well for me, even with my dry skin. I don't think it makes my skin look too dry. It's not particularly like a luminizing powder, but it is finely milled enough that it doesn't look cakey or dry on me. All right, next up is my ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter in Lunch Money. So I use this a total of 25 times in August, and I'll show you what it's looking like right now. So if you watched my whole collection inventory and declutter, you would have maybe heard that I ended up putting in a stick eyeshadow into this. So I'll put up a picture. It was the Thrive Cosmetics Stella Eye Brightener, and it came out of its packaging completely. It was almost done. It was like less than an inch of product. And I ended up just kind of like squishing it in the center of this because they're actually very, very similar shades. Like I would say Lunch Money is the tiniest bit warmer than Stella, but by like absolutely nothing. And they're both creamy, but they're kind of like cream to powder, normal Super Shock formulation. So I thought they'd pair really well together. The only thing I will say is that the Super Shock highlighter is much softer than the eye brightener. So it kind of, like if I swirl my finger in it, the eye brightener can sometimes like push the highlight up instead of just like blending seamlessly, if that makes sense. But that's why it has more weight, and that's also why it looks like it has more product. I've actually used this, I think, more than I typically would in a month because I've been putting it on my shoulders and on my collarbone and stuff for a highlight because I've been wearing a lot of like tank tops and dresses because it's summer and it's nice out. As much as I am extremely excited for fall, I've been really, really enjoying my summer fits and wearing all of them. So yeah, its use is basically the same. Obviously, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get through it because I did add product to it, but I think if you look at the weights, there's not that much more of a difference between what it was before to what it is now, considering that I added product and then used more of it. So I think that I kind of just added almost as much as I like used up in the past month, if that makes sense. But it's definitely not stopping me. I really like how much product I have used up, and it is definitely like much flatter, much more concave than it has been in previous months, and I think it's still is a really good amount of progress. So that is my update on the Super Shock highlighter. And I typically don't like franken my products together unless something weird happens. I was gonna just get rid of the eye brightener, but it is a good product and I like it. And I had swatched the highlighter and then swatched that eyeshadow and I realized how close they were and how similar I thought the textures were. And I was like, you know what? The whole point of this is to use up my products to the fullest extent. And so I decided to combine them, and I think that that's, like, to me, that's totally fine and actually goes to the goal of using my products to the fullest extent that I possibly can. So I'm very happy with that. All right, the next product is my Chapstick Sweet Papaya Lip Balm. So I used this 27 times in August, and I seem to use about half of a gram every single month, which is cool to know that that is how much lip balm I'm getting through. I obviously do use other lip balms besides this one. This one is mainly just my, like, in the morning before I put makeup on, before I put other lip products on. If I'm applying lip balm throughout the day, I use a different lip balm, and I use a different lip balm at night, like a more moisturizing lip mask. So for the fact that I'm basically only using this maybe once or twice a day, I think this is really good use, and I'm very happy with my usage on this. I don't know when I'm gonna have it used up, but again, very happy with my progress. And I also like being able to use up more than one lip balm at a time to get through them all faster. I know that it would probably be quicker if I just used up one lip balm for every single time I was putting lip balm on through the day and just used that until I used it up and moved on to the next. But I think that there's different formulas for a reason. Like sometimes I want a thicker lip balm, sometimes I want a glossier lip balm, sometimes I want just like a standard lip balm if I'm gonna be putting lip products over it. So I like how I use my lip balms. I like that I have different uses for all of them. And that means that I don't have to like take this everywhere with me and then lose it, because that's something that I very commonly do. So really how I go about lip balms is I have like one in my bathroom for nighttime. I have this one at my makeup vanity for putting it on before I do makeup. I have one in my purse that I take with me through the day. I have one at my desk if I want to reapply while I'm working. And then I typically in the winter will have like one in my coat pocket / my car, just for like an extra reassurance because my lips get so much more dry in the winter. But I like how I do that, and I still think that I get really good usage on these lip balms. So yeah, really happy with that. My next product is my Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Mascara. So I used this a total of 23 times in August, and I honestly thought I was gonna have this mascara completely done, but it really is just like not dried out at all. Like I still have a good amount of product. It's not drying out. Like it's definitely drier than it was last month, but it's definitely not dry enough where I'd be like, oh, it's completely dried up, I'm not using it anymore. Like I enjoy using it. And especially for me, I like using mascaras, like a drier formula of a mascara. So I'm still very happy with this. I thought I was gonna have it used up. I don't. That's totally fine with me. I hope that it'll be used up next month, but honestly, I am enjoying using it. So not the end of the world to me if I'm liking it. It is a really inexpensive mascara. It's lasted for like 3 months in the project, June, July, and August, but also I used it before that as well. So if you're looking for a pretty cheap mascara that won't smudge and is also gonna last you a really long time, look no further, because this is like 3 months of daily use and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. It's not like it's like so close to being done. I think I have at least another month in here. So definitely recommend this if you're looking for a product that will last you a long time. All right, and now I'm getting into the products that I added in last month. So the first one is the Coola Sport Sunscreen, the white tea scent. I used this a total of 26 times. I really like it. I liked it for camping. This is what I took with me. Really easy to put on every single day. It's really nice. Basically, the only days I didn't wear it were for the wedding when I got my makeup done, and then days where it was like super overcast and rainy and I knew I wasn't gonna go outside any day. But other than that, I wear it every single day, even if I'm not wearing makeup. I'm definitely a sunscreen girly through and through. Love myself a good sunscreen. I reapply my face sunscreen during the day if I'm outside with a sunscreen mist. I use one from like Neutrogena and I can put a picture of it up. But I put on lip balm with sunscreen if I'm outside. I reapply my body sunscreen if I'm outside. I'm just like a sunscreen person. I'm very pale. I like being tan, but the thing is I get tan even if I put sunscreen on, and I can burn even if I have sunscreen on because I am pale. That's just how it works. If you are pale like me, you'll know. The goal is to look 30 forever, you know what I mean? Like I want to stop aging at a certain point. Like I want to age, but then at a certain point just like gracefully age after that and look eternal. I think that's every woman's goal, right? Like I don't want to look young forever, but I want to look just like mystical and eternal, like an elf, you know? So yes, sunscreen every single day. I feel like I don't have that much left of this. Like, I can kind of see, I've been storing it upright because when I was storing it laying down, it was kind of harder to get out. So I think I only have like this much left of it. I can kind of see it. It looks like it's kind of around here. So I don't have that much left. I do expect to use this up next month, which is good because it is definitely the oldest sunscreen that I have, and sunscreens don't last forever, so want to get through it. Yeah, it's a really good sunscreen. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of just like a soothing scent to me now. It's a very moisturizing sunscreen, and I think it's a really good base for makeup. So I've been enjoying this, but I am ready to use it up. Next up is my MCO Beauty Cheek Stick. So this is what it's looking like. I'll even roll it up and show you where it's at. Well, I'll show you both. But here's it completely rolled up. There you go. And this is in the shade Bronze, by the way. And here's what it's looking like. So I'll compare from last month. It is definitely flatter than it was last month. It's still not down to the rim. I think my goal for next month is to get this down to the rim, like flatten it completely so that I have to roll it up when I'm using it. But I need so little of this product, like so little. I'll put the cap back on. So little of this product for it to be opaque and like a good blush. I do really like the shade, especially I think for right now. Like I think this was a very good blush shade choice. Kind of like a, you know, dusty orange. I'm actually gonna swatch it for you guys because I don't think I swatched it last month, or maybe I did, but I'm gonna swatch it anyway. So it's like a good, like I think Bronze is a good shade. It has a little bit of like a glow to it because it is a cream product, but it's kind of like a reddish orangey color. You can sheer it out a lot. You can make it more opaque. I like putting cream products on, like I like cream blushes a lot. And I like the ease of this stick. I can really just like put it on, blend it with my fingers or blend it with a brush. Super duper easy. And like I said, you can make it more or less pigmented. I do think that because it is super pigmented, it is gonna take a while for me to use it up completely, even with how little product there is in here, but that's why I wanted to put it in, because I want to use it up before it goes bad. But I definitely think that this is a long haul product for me, maybe not even by the end of the year. So I'll be using this. And obviously as I get into winter, I'll probably end up using more different blushes for different looks. And this is one that I might roll out in order to roll other blushes in that are more winter shades. But for right now, I'm really liking it. I think it's a good color, especially for September, kind of getting more fall-like. It's a really good transitional shade. And I would love to use it up so that I can use up a different blush during the winter, but who knows? We shall see. Feel like my products are very seasonal, but I also feel like every single time I'm like, oh, I don't know if this shade is gonna work. But then by the time I've used it for like 3 or 4 months, I just get used to the look of it. And then I'm fine using it, and I'll just layer different colors over it to create a different effect, because that's what I did with my Maybelline Cheek Heat, which is the last cream blush product that I used up, and I actually missed that product. Like, even though it's summer and I'm wearing really orangey blushes, I'm like, oh, well, it would look kind of nice to have like a pink flush underneath it. And I was even looking at purchasing like a pink blush that would be comparable. Like the About Face blushes are really tempting to me right now, and there's like one shade that is very similar to the color that I think that the Maybelline Cheek Heat blush was. But I'm like, no, the point of this is to get through more blushes. I'm not gonna buy a blush to replace the one that I just panned, obviously. But it is tempting, and I think that I can get the same effect just by layering different blushes. So yeah, got good usage on this. Definitely like using it with the other small stick product, which I'll mention next. But again, goal is to get it completely flat. And of course, then the other mini stick is my Undone Water Bronzer. So I also use this a total of 23 times in August. It is really, really easy to just kind of use, and I had less product here than I thought I did. So this is what it's looking like now. It's flat, it's below that, and I've just been kind of either like swirling my finger in and then placing it, or putting the brush straight in and doing it. This is a really nice undertone for the summer. It is definitely more of like a more golden bronzer versus like an orangey bronzer, which I do like on my skin tone, but it is darker, so it's nice for the summer. I'm wearing it today. I really like it. I was gonna say that it was used up when I just kind of flattened it, but then I remembered how much product was in my last one, because I have used up another one of these. And I remember how much product was below the surface, and I was like, well, I want to keep using it up. So I think I'm just gonna use it until it's not usable anymore. But considering like the comparison from this month to last month and how much product I used up, I do think I'll be able to probably finish it in the next month because I got through a lot of it this past month and there can't be that much hidden under here, you know what I mean? I mean, I've been surprised by products before, so don't hold me to that, but I do think that I can most likely finish it next month, and I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. And again, just like the blush stick, those have been really, really easy for travel. All of my products have been really easy for travel, which has been very nice. I can just kind of grab and go, and I just need one brush that I use for both the bronzer and the blush. It's just like a fiber brush. Really easy to blend things out with it, and yeah, it's been super, super convenient to have those, and I love how small they are. All right, next up is my Milk Sunshine tint. So I'll show you where it's at. When I put it in last month, it was at the end of this M, and now it's at the beginning of this L. Pretty sure? Yeah, it's at the beginning of this L. So really happy with how much I used up. I was kind of right in this product. Like, it is a product that is pretty easy to use up. I have less than half of this left total, and I don't even put this all over my face. I really just put it like around my chin area and then in my, like around my nose and a little bit in between my forehead. So I'm not even using that much of this product every single day. So if you are like a full coverage girly, well, first of all, if you're a full coverage girly, this is definitely not a full coverage product. It's definitely more of a medium coverage. It's not light coverage, definitely medium coverage, but it's not full coverage, which is why I like it. I like to be able to see like my freckles through my base products. But also, you're gonna have to use a lot of it to get that medium or full coverage. But if you are more of a medium to light coverage person and you like something that's really, really easy to travel with and really easy to use, highly recommend this. The vacuum pump makes it really easy. The fact that it's a click and you can just roll it on your face makes it really easy. You can blend it with your fingers. I blend it with a sponge, but you can blend it with your fingers. And it's just really convenient. I like that it has SPF in it, even though still wear a sunscreen underneath your base products if they say they have SPF in it. But it just adds a nice little bit of extra SPF coverage. And then I think that the shade works really well for the summer. It is obviously a more like oil-based tint, but I will say it's not the most like oily. It's definitely dewy more than oily, and so if you have normal skin, this will definitely work for you. If you have dry skin, I actually don't think that this is like the most moisturizing ever, and sometimes this can even look a little dry on me, but I think this could even work for oily skin as long as you set it. But I'm really liking this, and I think with how this is going, I'll probably be able to finish it in 2 months, just like looking at the sections of how much I've used up. So I'm thinking not next month, but the month after, I'll be able to have this used up, which is kind of perfect in time for winter. I'll be able to roll something else in. So very happy with this, really happy with my progress, and yeah. All right, so next up is my last product from this month and also the only product I finished. This is my Bite lip gloss in the shade 1999. I used this 19 times before using it up. I didn't think I was actually gonna use it up this month. I knew I didn't have a ton of product left, but I thought I had more than I did. But the thing is that I would actually reapply this lip gloss. So during the day, I would just reapply it. Even if I wore another lip gloss in the morning, I would reapply this during the day just to kind of like put some color back into my lips. And I thought it was a really perfect color for August and for the summer specifically, because it's kind of like a warmy, corally orange color. So it's not too pink, it's not too orange. It's just like, to me, the perfect light summer wash of color. And I did really, really love this product. I've loved this lip gloss for a long time. Very sad that Bite is obviously going under, and also that they don't even sell this lip gloss formula anymore. But you know, trying to get into that mindset of actually using up my products and enjoying them and using them because I enjoy them before they go bad. So I'm glad I got to use this up before it went bad and got to kind of like honor it in that way because I love it. I think that there's nothing better that you can do to show that you really love a product than use it up. So I'm gonna miss it, but I have other lip glosses in my collection that I love just as much, or if not more than this. And yeah, I'm happy I got this one used up, and I'm excited to roll in another product. So speaking of products I'm rolling in, obviously, so because I used up a lip gloss, I've used up a lip gloss 2 months in a row now. I keep doing this thing where I like roll in a lip gloss, and I think I have way more than I'm going to have, and then I end up using it up completely. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay on that train and use up another lip gloss, another mini lip gloss. So this is my Bare Minerals Moxie Gloss, Marvelous Moxie Gloss. It's a mini and it's in the shade Spark Plug. So I'll show you what it's looking like. You can kind of see the line for it. So I do store these like standing up, and I believe I kind of intended to use this up last year. So I was like, oh, I want to use up this lip gloss because it is one of my favorite lip glosses. So I have it about halfway done, I believe. And I think that this is going to be a perfect one for September, just like 1999 was a perfect one for August. So I have it on today. I'm going to reapply it so you can see the color. But I think this is just like a perfect early fall shade. It's like a little bit of a lighter, warmer brown with some rosiness in it, but it's really glowy, it's really shimmery, it's got a lot of reflect in it. So I think it looks really nice with a lot of looks. It's like very neutral nude. This is like my favorite nude, which is just like a light, warm, rosy brown. Love that kind of shade on me. And I love the Moxie Gloss formula. I think I've talked about it before, but if you haven't heard about it, I have loved these glosses since I was like 13, and my mom took me to the Bare Mineral store for the first time because she used to like religiously only use their loose powder foundations. And that was actually the first foundation that I ever got, was their like loose powder foundation and their like loose bronzer. I can't believe I was like 15 trying to like blend their like loose bronzers, but you know, more power to me, whatever. So also the fact that both my mom and I have like super dry skin, and we were like, yeah, powder foundation. But that was just the thing at the time, you know, it was like the it thing. So she would get some, you know, they would like upsell her on some lip glosses, and then she like wouldn't wear them. So I would just steal them and wear them. And I have loved the formulas ever since then. So I actually think that this is pretty old. Like I think that this is from high school, the mini one and my full-sized ones. I have a couple of these left, and I actually didn't think they sold these anymore, but they do, and I'm really happy about that. So go and check it out. These are definitely like slightly minty. They smell minty, but it's not like, I don't know how to explain this, but it's not like a cool mint. It's like a vanilla-y mint, and they do have a slight tingle, but it definitely is a tingle and not a burn. Like it's just a light minty tingle. It doesn't hurt at all. It's like barely noticeable, but I like the feeling of them. They stay really well, like they're very pigmented and they don't move around a lot, and they're not very sticky. They feel moisturizing. Again, one of my favorite gloss formulas of all time. I love them so much, and I am happy to have this rolled in, but I also think that I can get really good progress on this, and that it is something that I'll want to wear every single day, or just again, like I did with 1999, reapply during the day, because it's just really easy to throw in my bag and reapply it. So yeah, really excited about this, excited to see the progress I can make. Apparently this season of my Project Pan is just lip gloss season. We are just getting through them, which is fine by me because I have more than enough lip products and they're really satisfying to use up. All right, so with that, I believe that brings my total used up products for the year to 19, which is really great. Again, my overall goal is 22, so 19 is not bad, especially because I have 4 months of the year left, which is actually crazy to me. I can't believe there's only 4 months left of 2022. It feels like there should be way more. Does not feel like it's fall yet. I feel like this year has gone by really fast. Feels like I just started this channel, but I didn't, obviously. So really happy with that. Let me know down below what you think I'm gonna use up next. I always like seeing your guys' thoughts and opinions on that. If you like this video, please like it. And if you like me, subscribe to my channel, join me on this little journey. I hope you're having a great day, week, month, year, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great back to school season, whether you're going to back to school or not. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.